Woo! He had us in there at 1:30. Our normal start time 1:30. We're starting at 1.
After running back there?
Hey, listen, it's a little bit of a breather.
Yeah.
What can I say, man? It takes a lot to hold my Crocs in.
You been doing those push-ups still?
I do a little bit with my elbows. Got to get my shot.
What, cortisone shot?
Yeah. He starts giving me that dead arm.
Which elbow?
The right elbow.
Okay.
Yeah. Inside tendon.
Oh, you got the medial epicondylitis? Golfer's elbow?
Yeah. Tennis elbow, golfer's elbow.
Tennis is on the outside, golf's on the inside.
I had outside earlier in last year.
You know what's weird? I had golfer's elbow basically go away from just doing pull-ups every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't.
And now,
so
I would recommend if you go slow, controlled. I mean, I can do pull-ups because I'm good at pull-up in shape, but like do pull-downs every day. If you're at the gym, do pull-downs every day if you have an elbow problem. Slow and controlled. Doing exercises with perfect form is rehab. As long as you can do them.
Lightweight too?
Yeah, like
I'm just making sure. I didn't know if you want me to put on.
I mean, I weigh 210 pounds, so every pull up I do is 210.
Yeah, well,
but there are days that I like to do lap pull downs, do sets of 20 with 160, things like that.
Okay.
Well,
listen, it's better information than what I got.
Yeah.
From the doctor, just pretty much take a shot. And
is your doctor in good shape?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, good.
But he's more of he's lean. He's a lean guy.
Okay.
But, he's like, well, I can give you a shot right now, and at least, and it could, which it did for the outside part. He's like, it could, if I hit it right on the tendon, I could, and you rest it and, get it to where it needs to be. It could go away.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've been wearing like a sleeve when I sleep. Stuff like that. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, those things are miserable, but it's better than anything lower body. I'd rather have any upper body issue than a lower body issue.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe back and neck. Back and neck are pretty bad.
Yeah, back are pretty bad. I got to get a shot here.
Where were you for that Yukon Duke finish? Were you at home?
No, I was not.
Man,
I'm very disappointed in that one. I actually missed it.
Did you have Duke to win the whole thing?
No, I have Michigan to win the whole thing. Michigan still up, but my problem is I had Michigan and Florida.
Okay,
going.
But that I was casual rooting, casual fan, no rooting interest in that Duke UConn game. UConn just clawed their way back in it, but at the end, that was just so. I screamed. I said, "Holy shit!" and got up. I got up when the ball got deflected because I was, "Oh my god!" And you could just kind of feel it brewing, and then I was like, they're going to get a shot off. Oh my god, drained it.
I mean, it wasn't the easiest shot either.
Dude, it was a 34-footer, maybe 36.
But I mean, being a Monday morning quarterback, wouldn't you have just
hold it and get fouled?
Hold it, get fouled.
I like moving the ball around. The problem, it's very unselfish basketball.
But you're trying to force it,
it wasn't even a force. It was his problem was he turned and dribbled simultaneously, right? Boozer, when he got it, Caden Boozer at just short of half court. Duke had two guys down there.
Oh, they were wide open.
They were going to get a dunk to seal the game, but when he turned and dribbled once, the ball's down low, right? And then that's why it got deflected. If he had just turned with the ball at his chest, he would have been easily able to just make the pass. But I think his mistake was just dribbling without thinking.
Yeah, his momentum is off. Like you're saying, it went down low. He probably should have come up even, which obviously it's a Monday morning quarterback thinking.
Just be under control. But
or even a pump fake, you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. That's probably my biggest complaint with basketball players now because they are so good. The travelings bother me that they switch pivot feet all the time. That bothers me bad. All the time. And it needs to, they're held to zero standards and they're better athletes. It just pisses me off. But the fact that if I want to throw you the ball, I don't care. I am always going to do if I'm going to throw the ball over, I'm going to pump side, throw it over. If I'm going to throw the ball to the side, pump high, throw it side. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You just and guys don't do that very often.
813-90 Bubba, 813-90 Give us a call. We'll be talking pretty much.
But did you hear the interview of the guy who made the shot?
No, after you mean the post, like just right after.
Right after.
Yeah,
it was great because what he said is when the ball got deflected, he got it. He said I was looking for somebody who had made a three because I was 0 and he passed it to Caravan.
Some of those doubts, man. That's where.
Well, I mean, he was at half court, right?
Yeah, well,
but he
at that
passed
point,
it to Caravan, who was Caravan wasn't in rhythm. Caravan had just made one at like the 2-minute mark, his first three of the day. But Caravan, to his credit, he wasn't in rhythm, right? He was standing still, so he passed it right back to the guy who gets. Even though it was from way far out, it was a rhythm left-right shoot, right?
Yeah,
and he cashed it, just complete, tickled the twine.
It was. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
And then did you see what I didn't realize today that Hurley like
headbutted a guy or whatever?
It's like, dude, what are you doing?
But I don't understand how that's not a technical.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't call it, but they should have. Like, you can't touch an official like the only way you can touch an official is like pat him on the butt or the back, right?
Yeah, it looks like Rogers Ayers won't ref the Final Four after Dan Hurley exchange.
That's crazy.
So is he the one that's in trouble?
Yeah, Hurley didn't get in trouble.
Exchange any words during the incident, which has since gone viral. I mean, it's a little weird anytime something like that happens and there's no penalty, you know.
That is very, very weird.
No touchy, anything. I mean, just even like maybe a little bump. I mean, how many times did Bobby Knight, right, get that close and the different stuff, and he could get kicked out of the game?
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been huge if he would have got kicked out of the game.
Crazy. And with a technical game, like two free throws they're going to make. Maybe they only make one, but worst case, you're not missing both.
No, but I mean that's critical right there.
What is also crazy though is so obviously the Gators won the national title last year. Then UConn won 2 in a row before that. But the Gators knocked out UConn last year by 2 in the second round. Obviously they beat Houston by 2 in the finals, but UConn could have. They're damn close to being a 3-peat, looking for a 4-peat, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
It's impressive. I mean, Florida played a few close games. I mean, they won Texas Tech by 5, Auburn by 6, national championship by 2. Florida was a great team last year, but UConn wasn't as good last year, but they got it rolling late, and it's kind of wild. I didn't know that Luke Murray was Bill Murray's son either. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
He's now the head coach at Boston College once this season's over, but that's why Bill Murray's in the crowd, because his son Luke was the assistant head coach for Hurley. But it's also wild that obviously Hurley, he's a hothead, but he's a phenomenal head coach.
Yeah.
I mean,
which obviously it shows.
Yeah. And he was sitting there at Rhode Island for 7 years and nobody came and got him. You know what I mean? It's kind of wild. Yeah,
well, I mean, did it say that he wasn't getting recruited, or was it that
I think he turned down like Boston College level jobs, but
because I almost feel like he was too good to be sitting there over at Rhode Island.
I mean, Rhode Island's a solid mid-major,
Yeah, but I'm talking about obviously a team in the ACC.
I mean, how's Georgia not go after him?
Yeah, so
a team that's
It looked like if he was gonna make the jump to a bigger conference.
How many times did Indiana have a head coaching vacancy in that time? They've been sitting there trying to be relevant in basketball for years.
I feel like Indiana has missed out on a lot of.
They have. Kelvin Sampson was great, but he made some impermissible phone calls.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. There was another guy that they totally passed up on who went to Indiana. I think played under Bobby Knight.
Oh, they tried to get Dusty May.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they tried.
Oh, okay.
But he had just done his first year at Michigan. They tried to get Dusty May, I think. Yeah.
No, they should have got Dusty May after probably FAU.
Well, Michigan got him.
Okay, but I'm saying, you don't think Indiana could have?
Indiana probably should have. They had, what was the big, Mike Woodson. I think he lasted 4 years. I mean, they probably should have fired Mike Woodson and hired Dusty May after year 2, after the FAU year,
Yeah, he's a Hoosier alum and all that. Yeah, I mean it's a no-brainer. Are you hearing that Billy Donovan?
That's the obvious. He's the number 1 coach out there.
Not doing too well.
He's an ad man. I don't even know if the Bulls are good. Are they?
No, I looked it up today because I was
he's
wondering.
an executive, right?
What, Billy Donovan? What do you mean? Is he an executive?
He's not the coach.
He's not?
No, he's an executive.
I thought he was the coach.
He is the head coach?
Yeah, I thought he was the coach.
I did not even know that.
Yeah, okay. Grant, a lot of times I go with you, but I'm like, I could have swore I was looking at his record today.
Go to his record.
And it was like, he was like, I think they were in fourth place.
Keep going down.
Right
he
there.
did well with Oklahoma City.
The first year in Chicago, he got third.
Okay, so they're
playoffs, third, fourth, fifth, fourth. They're
he's
28
out. He's been below 500 for 4 straight years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 28 and 41.
I mean, that's how little I pay attention to the NBA, honestly.
I listen, before today, this morning, I thought Billy Donovan was out of college. I'm sorry, out of coaching.
Yeah, I thought he was an exec.
Like, I thought he was done.
Now I realize that people were saying, well, he's got to wait till the NBA season's over, but whatever. I mean,
not if they fire him.
Just resign.
Yeah. I mean, he's fucked over other people before.
Just
the Magic. He fucked over the Magic.
Just resign. Like, you're not going to make the playoffs. So.
Yeah. Right here. Yeah, 2007 during the national championship run.
Yeah, he took a job for one day with the Magic, right?
Yeah.
1 or 2 days.
They fired Brian Hill. He got up there.
Yeah.
And then, one day he was like, I'm going back to Florida. I was in Florida, had some problems with the coaches. Urban Meyer did the same thing.
Yeah.
You had Urban Meyer.
But that's obviously, North Carolina is the job. Like, I would say Carolina, Duke, and who are the true blue buds? The best jobs in college basketball.
We got Duke.
Carolina and Duke.
Yep. You can say Kentucky.
Kentucky is super high expectation, super high resource.
Indiana's supposed to be there.
Well, did you see who the highest spenders are? It's Indiana and Arizona. In terms of not NIL, but just basketball budget. I was like, holy shit.
Really?
Indiana's got no return on investment right now for basketball.
How? Shit.
Yeah, they've been, they were on the bubble, and I think they were the first 4, the second 4 out.
Indiana has not been irrelevant in a very long time.
Correct.
What I mean relevant is even like, when's the last time they made the Sweet 16?
That would have been.
They made it out of the first round.
Probably Tom Crean. But.
How long goes that, though? But I mean, like that right there. You can spend the money, but if you're not spending it right.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Did you hear what Pitino said?
No.
Because everyone's obviously talking about what a great job Carolina is and all that. Yeah, Archie Miller did poorly. Never had a winning record in the Big 12.
I guess Woodson got in.
There you go. Tom Crean, 2015, 2016, made it to the
Sweet 16.
Mike Woodson's second year. They were probably borderline top 25 right there. 12-8 in the Big 10. Made it to the second round.
That's pretty pathetic.
They were probably they were probably a 7 seed. But Rick Pitino said that there's no difference between North Carolina and NC State anymore. And he elaborated. He's like, what matters is it's not like you're going to Kentucky anymore because they have the best facilities. Why are you going to Kentucky? Oh, you like the coach and they're going to pay you a lot.
Yep.
So like North Carolina, yeah, okay, if you're a high school kid and you're going to get offered a 2-year, $2.5 million from Carolina, but NC State offers you $3 million, you're going to only go to Carolina if you really like the head coach there better. So it's all about who pays you the most and who's the head coach. And he's right.
Yeah, because it seems like in basketball, it's so easy now until they fix. I think what you should realistically, you should get 1 year you should get one free transfer.
Oh yeah,
and then after that, you should have to sit out a year like you used to have to do it.
Yeah, look at Kelvin Sampson. He's there for 1 year. He goes 25-8, and then he gets fired after the year.
Yeah, and then look at that team. Oof.
Well, they got all the guys went to the NBA. They had like Zeller, Eric Gordon. They were loaded. Kelvin Sampson was great. Oh, he's there for 2 years. Sorry.
Yeah, he made the second. But still, 46.
That's where you expect to see an Indiana basketball team, like 10-6, 14-4 in the Big Ten, safely, and you don't expect to see them even on the bubble.
No, you just expect them locked in.
I mean, what's the difference between Indiana and Michigan State in basketball? Tom Izzo, right?
Pretty much.
They've had Izzo for 35 years. Indiana has 5 national titles, but since 2000, Indiana's had, 6 coaches? Mike Davis, Sampson, Tom Crean, Mike Woodson, Archie Miller, and now Darian DeVries. So,
18 and 14. I think a couple more years like that with the highest budget.
Yeah.
You're not going to be doing
Arizona's a high budget, though, and Tommy Lloyd's another one who they're saying might go to Carolina.
Well, it wasn't. No, that was Texas. Yeah, I was going to say, what's his name at Texas was doing what?
Sean Miller?
Yeah, Sean Miller was doing what, pretty much when he was at Arizona, which is the reason why he had to get out of Arizona, is because he was
paying players.
Yeah.
They had DeAndre Ayton and a couple other guys that were, but they weren't fired for lack of performance. Well, now, Sean Miller's at Texas, obviously, and pretty damn good. Sean Miller's are.
I mean, he knew how to coach in the NIL quote,
before that, yeah,
exactly. And when was winning,
he was when
he was cheating technically.
What's his name? LSU head coach Ed Orgeron. I mean, Ed Orgeron said the only difference is back in my day we used the back door. Now they just use the front.
That guy's a trip.
Oh, he's awesome.
No, I mean, speaking of coaching hires, we
USF,
USF,
Chris Mack. So I heard the name. I said, I didn't know. Well, it first came out again, and I told you about USF last week. I went to the practice Tuesday. I went again on Saturday, and Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday night. The women's coach, they hired the sitting coach who just made it to the second round from Bama, who's been there for 10 years or whatever. She didn't leave Bama because they wanted her out. She left Bama because USF
paid her.
Probably paid her similar and gave her a better overall. She likes the direction of where USF is going. I mean, I know Jose Fernandez was making $800. He was one of the top paid women's coaches, probably top 10. He was great.
Did they announce what her salary will be?
I did not. I haven't even seen like the assistant football coaches, and I haven't seen how much USF is paying Chris Mack. But I guess we can look at Chris Mack.
I want to say I thought Chris Mack. I thought they had that come out. I thought it was going to be the same. Or a little bit more, like it was like $1.1 million. Contract included a 5-year deal worth approximately $1.1 million.
At College of Charleston, it was the same, 1.1.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean,
I'm
his
surprised.
Budget, his budget probably though is a lot bigger, and his.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I mean, it's a great. I mean, I texted you and I asked you, what you thought of Mac.
Yeah. So, again, I look at – if you look at Chris Mack – hang on, let me go to his Wikipedia.
I got pulled up just in case you need a reference
So,
point.
he was obviously extremely successful at Xavier.
Yes, he was.
Assistant at Xavier, assistant for Wake Forest. But at Xavier, let's go back to his – I mean, he was Sweet 16, NCAA tournament, Sweet 16, missed the tournament.
Yeah, but that was in the A-10, and then when they popped up to the Big East.
Then there was multiple more, like Sweet 16, round of 32, Elite 8, round of 32. I mean, he made the Sweet 16 or better 1, 2, 3, 4 times at Xavier.
Damn, I forgot how good the Big East was. The 2016-17, go 9-9, finished 7th in the conference, and he still ends up getting to the Elite 8.
Yeah. Yeah, but. And then he goes to Louisville first year, 20. Well, so who did he replace at Louisville? Did he replace Pitino?
I thought Pitino got fired.
David Padgett was the interim coach that year. They went 22-14. Okay,
but that was the year Pitino was fired. Right?
Interim. So Pitino was there the year before. Pitino's there. They win. They're kind of in a purgatory.
Yep.
And go 22-14. He comes in, basically goes the same, right? 20-14.
Yep.
10-8. And they were a 7 seed, lost to a 10. The next year, 2019-2020, they're 15-5, 24-7 in the top 25 all year. Probably looking at like a 3 seed, and then the scamdemic cancels the NCAA tournament.
Done. Yep.
And that's then how things go from there. The next year, play a half a season, and
players were all fucked up then too.
Everything's messed up.
Yep. I mean, so realistically,
and they didn't make the NCAA tournament, and then the next year he goes 13-19, bad season, and then the next year he's out.
Well, then when they fired him,
they fired him early in the next season.
Yeah, but was there some controversy?
He was 11-9 when they fired him, and they ended up 13-19. So they didn't. Whew. But anyway, so so like things could be totally different if not for the bullshit scamdemic, right? Like they were rolling along.
Yeah, plus I mean Louisville was already done with. They were pretty much fed up with fucking the Pitino shit that happened, And then this goes, and he got the extortion attempts, and I think Louisville's just like, but also
that was my neighbor at West Point.
Who?
Dino Gaudio.
Really?
Yeah, he was a head coach at Army. Don't remember what years, but he had a daughter. His daughter was really good looking. A year older than me. I had a little crush on her.
He's a decent looking guy there.
Yeah. Oh, he's a yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying, like I was not, he looks like he's put together,
Yeah.
But yeah,
93 to 97. So yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh shit. Yeah, a little extortion. Wanted a couple million. Pretty much got him fired.
Chris Mack recorded it.
Hey, wait, Louisville also, wasn't that where fucking Bobby Petrino? Or was that?
Bobby Petrino, man.
He was
at Arkansas at that time, though. He was at Arkansas when the shit happened.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was. I'm like, man, Louisville went through some shit during that time.
No. I mean, Bob Petrino helped Lamar win a Heisman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just the motorcycle and the student,
the intern or whatever she was. Yeah.
She
story as old as time.
Yeah, she was at Arkansas.
But anyway, so then Chris Mack goes to college at Charleston. Actually replaces. Who do you replace?
Who?
I mean,
Charleston.
Who's Louisville's current head coach? Louisville's current head coach came from Charleston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Chris Mack sat out for a year, then goes to Charleston. Pat Kelsey was at Charleston, and his first year goes 24-9. Second year, 21-11. Well, that's a good program, Charleston. They expect to win a lot of games in that conference. And now he gets back up to a better conference. So
hey, listen, take them. I was excited about that. The women's, I kind of didn't do, because we've talked about it. I don't like women's basketball. I was kind of curious on how USF plucked the Alabama coach, if they was having a falling out or something.
Could have been something with the administration, or maybe just, I mean, it's probably could have been administration, could be just funding, could be importance of basketball. I don't know.
But I mean, big two hires right there.
Yeah,
making USF staying somewhat relevant. I don't think,
and they didn't break the bank with basketball either. 1.1. That's not nuts. I thought they were going to go out and get somebody. I thought Chris Mack would probably be a $2 million coach. Yeah,
they were. Well, I felt like they were going to have to land someone to keep it going. They're going to have to land a name to keep the excitement going. But I don't think they had to do it there. So I mean, you got football going, baseball.
Yeah, so I think it's a good coach. I mean, the guy has won 20 games. He's been a head coach
multiple times.
What, 16 or he's been a head coach for like 15 full seasons and won 20 games like 13 times.
Yeah, his overall record 323 and 158.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong there.
That's 68% winning percentage, 11-9 in the NCAA tournament. Not many coaches have a winning record in the NCAA tournament, right?
Oh yeah,
that's very, very good. I mean, he's been in the NCAA tournament 9 times.
I mean, he was rolling when he was with Xavier.
Yeah, really, really good. And it's now, I would say, who has a better pedigree in the American? If you had a pecking order of coaches, he's got to be in the top 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Tulsa, Wichita State, and then Andy Kennedy at UAB.
Yeah,
I don't even know Tulsa, and Wichita State's coach is a good coach.
He's been there a little bit, not too long, but yeah,
he was a head. God, I forget. I gotta look that up.
Where, Wichita?
Yeah, because I looked him up a couple weeks ago when USF played him.
But they've had a pretty solid program.
They've been a really good basketball program for a long time. Paul Mills. Okay, he came over from Oral Roberts. When Oral Roberts went Sweet 16 in 2020, 21, and then, Oral Roberts went to the NCAA tournament a few times. He got that Wichita State job. It's been a little bit of a turnaround. They had fallen, but and then Tulsa's another good one in the American. But I think Chris Mack is instantly one of the top 3 coaches in this conference.
Do you know one of the wrestlers from the WWE? Do you know who played for Wichita State in basketball?
I don't.
Really?
No.
Okay. So you know who Paul White is?
The Big Show?
Yeah.
Nice.
Right there. See, there he is.
That is awesome.
Supposedly Hulk Hogan saw him.
Really?
And
Well, go to his wiki.
What? What's Paul? Why is he on the Why is he on that picture and I can't find him over here? Because he was
Paul White, the Big Show.
Oh, I thought it would be in here in this wiki.
It should be.
There it is.
Early life.
There it is. Gosh, fat fingers.
He transferred somewhere else.
Tampa, Florida. What do you mean transferred somewhere else? Did he?
Played college basketball at Wichita State before transferring to other schools. So it doesn't even say which other schools.
That's not a good sign. But supposedly he in Illinois, I guess at a Bulls game or something, some charity thing, Hogan saw him and he thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how big he was when he.
Because Kevin Nash went Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well, he had to be a giant then too.
Yeah, I loved when they listed him at 7'4".
When he was like 7.
Back in like when the days of Monday Night Raw and when I don't even remember what it was. You guys know wrestling on this show. Like I don't even remember who was WCW and who was WWF. You know, back in the day when it split and.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so look, he went on to attend. He played at the junior college, Northern Oklahoma Junior College, Wichita State, and then
SIU Edwardsville. All right.
Yeah. So not horrible.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. So look at that. Now something you know. You can write that down. You could go to your little golf tournaments and play GMs for the NFL, the whole thing. And, and you could be dropping some WWE/Wichita State stuff.
I might have to do that.
I mean, do you think you're ever going to get that money from that guy?
No. I would actually prefer not to.
Are you ever going to play golf against him again?
Not likely.
Oh, so it's more usually one and done when you're out there?
I think it's a better story.
Just holding that over his head the whole time.
He's a good dude. I like him a lot. I like him from just that time. But like, I'd say there's a couple other people that owe me money, and it's kind of like there's one really rich guy that owes me money from, and I like the fact because he's a fucking dickhead and a half, and I'm just kind of holding it over him. Like if I ever see him and he says something to me, I'll be, you owe me a fucking $100, dude. Like you stiff me on a fucking training session.
Is he because he's really good at he's really good friends with Brady, right?
Yeah, Michigan guys.
Have you do you know is Brady a nice guy in public, like in personal life?
I've never met him. Never met him.
Have you met anyone that has?
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but he's a very they're wired different. Somebody that's that level of success is just wired different.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't get to that level of success without being. But you know what I mean? You ever seen the movie A Bronx Tale?
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing, if you don't like somebody and they owe you money, it's the best thing there ever.
That's true. But yeah.
For $5, he's going to avoid you for the rest of his life.
Exactly. Yeah. You might as well just, he'll always be running away from you.
Yeah. But like that one was again, most bets out there, you make those bets and at the end of the round, it's like, oh, you don't owe me anything, which is, I mean, again, that's fine. Like everyone plays like dollar. I play because when I go out there, I got the smallest wallet there, right? So I play $1 a hole, front back total. Like worst case, I'm going to lose $27.
Well, see, when I do my golf tournament in Sebring, we do bingo, bango, bungo.
I don't even know how that goes.
Bingo, bango, bungo is when you play. Well, I guess you could play at any point, but when you're playing a foursome, and so you take it, and it's pretty much. Because we play a tournament style for the whole from Friday to Sunday. Yeah. And bingo is first of the four to get closest to the green. No, I'm sorry. Fuck.
Hey, can you see this?
No.
That's yesterday.
What is that?
The rattlesnake. How's my video skills here?
Oh. It turned off, but you saw a rattlesnake on the golf course?
It wasn't me. My buddy down in McDill playing.
Oh, yeah, there's some rattlesnakes down there. And
they also have Elvis, a 14-foot gator.
Oh, shit.
Elvis, the 14-footer's been there. I mean, a 14-foot gator is probably 25 to 28 years old. They grow 6 inches a year, roughly.
I played there with Daryl. But hold on, let me just. All right, bingo is when the first person to land on the green. That's $1.
Oh.
So you put a dot down on your thing. That's bingo. Bango is once the rest of the foursome is on the green.
Whoa, if it's your second shot but you hit first, that doesn't count, right?
What do you mean?
You hit a green in regulation. But if you got there, like if you hit, you're away, so you hit, and you make it on the green in your second shot. Now I hit my second shot. I also
it doesn't matter.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, all right. That's the whole thing is, but then bango is closest to the pin.
Okay.
when everyone's on the green, whoever's ball is closest to the pin. Yeah, so say I make it on bingo.
Give you that. I'd rather you get it on the green, and then I'm chipping so I can chip it close.
Yep, exactly. Right. And then you get bingo, and then bungo is when you make it in the hole. The first person to make it in.
Interesting.
Bingo, bango, bungo, $3, and usually walking away with because you break a couple sometimes it even pushes
That's a lot of action though. You got to it's a lot of action.
Well, it keeps you in
exactly.
Even when you're having a shitty hole. You're sticking with it. And you're not just picking it up.
You still can.
Yeah.
Because I might be off the green, about to trying to get on the green on my 5th shot, and you're waiting to putt from 16 feet. But I technically
you can chip it now.
I chip
10
and get it. Yeah. I chip it to 6 inches, and I get a tap in. I'm the first one in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I got a double bogey, but I still at least got $1.
Yeah, or $2.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's something. It's something it's different to play, just to keep golf interesting.
Yeah.
But so what's going on? Listen, at the end, I'm sad that the NCAA. I feel like during the week, baseball is just it's just started.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to. I was going to talk about basketball, but baseball just gets me so frustrated with the analytics and all that shit that they do now. And Kevin Cash can't pull his head out of his ass and go off his instinct. It's all the pitching substitutions on following. We can't let this guy go more than 5. We have our 6th with 7th, 8th. can't move that. Following.
You're basically telling me a computer could run the team.
Exactly. Instead of going with what you're feeling, and Kevin Cash, a guy that's played baseball all his life, has played in the majors, was a catcher before there was all this shit. Yep. Old school, having to study, the players, the different stuff like that.
Yeah.
Knowing the game. And now relying so much on the computers where you're nickeling and diming every little thing and not letting a guy, which absolutely fucking kills me, is letting a guy work through a jam and just taking him out. One, during the spring training, you're killing his confidence by not letting him work through it and get through it. Instead, you're taking him out after fucking 1 walk, 2 walks, right? A hit. You're not letting him build up to get out of it and, get self-confidence back in. Instead, you're taking him out. You're putting another guy in. So now the pitcher who's pitching is totally fucking mental.
Yeah.
Now he's sitting there going, fuck, next time he's going out there, he just came off a shelling. And so if he has one fucking bad pitcher, am I going to get yanked? And, now I'm going to have to be chucking this bad boy down the middle, which could be going 450 feet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to get yanked, but I also don't want to get out. It's like, we got to have the 6th guy. We can't let him go farther. If the guy at the 6th rolls in and fucking strikes out the side and only throws 4 pitches, I've almost felt like Kevin Cash is going to just take him out and put him in puts the new guy in the 7th. That guy's rolling. His arm is feeling good. Let him pitch the next couple guys, because when we get fucked in the next couple, in the next game or the game after that, when our 6th guy is now struggling and our 7th guy maybe struggled the game before that, his arm now because you got everyone on a pitching count, and it's not a Nolan Ryan type of baseball anymore.
Lummy, I do have to say this is definitely, we've been doing this about 7 or 8 months, biggest rant you've had.
Yeah, because listen, there's one thing that I know. Is that I know baseball, all right?
You do.
I played baseball my whole life, and what has frustrated me, because now I got Walker in baseball, and what frustrates me and what got me from, and you and I even talk about it, like I used to watch baseball all the time and then all these different things, and I kind of got out of baseball. I stopped watching it as much.
When the Rays stopped being on TV locally.
Yeah. And then it just felt like the game was changing, and they weren't sticking to the old school, and they were doing all these little things, and it was frustrating me. And so I stopped watching it and being so into it. But now with Walker playing, and then Walker watching, and we go to games, instead I'm watching it and I'm getting more frustrated because I want to like baseball, and I'm just seeing what they're doing wrong. And I'm not a pro, obviously. I played a level of baseball, not in the majors. I know people that played in the majors and people in the minors, and they have the same frustrated level now that that I feel.
Probably the thing, what frustrates me probably the most in any form of baseball is, they're great. They're insane in what they do. But I don't think that when someone steals second and there's a bad throw from the catcher, I get furious when I see the guy take third, because as a center fielder, I was like, dude, I was damn near. I was the second that ball is not hit, I am sprinting, hoping the ball is overthrown. Not hoping it's overthrown, but being ready so there's no chance.
Well, you always got to be in a position. You always got to be in a backup.
Like they're still sitting out there 320 feet. I'm like, dude, the ball wasn't hit. Go involve yourself, or like backing up the first baseline or the third baseline. Who's the least athletic guy on the field? The catcher, right?
But
he's the one sprinting and doing all the backing up of first and shit. It makes me go nuts. Like, involve yourself in the game, outfielders. Like, back up a base. You're gonna like save a guy getting to second or save a guy getting to third. Involve yourself in the game.
Outfielders are becoming prima donnas.
The whole thing is prima donnas. When I'm a little old school too. I hate seeing the contrived bat flips, the contrived celebrations for a walk. Like, dude, just go to first base. Like, oh my God, you got a double. Like, you have a 7-second like celebration. I get that you're having fun, but it's not.
I feel like you've been there before.
Well, not even that. It's not natural. Like, if, oh my God, okay, I'm at Yankee Stadium on the road and we're down 5-2 in the ninth, and I hit a bases clearing double, I'm giving a roar at second base.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But like this stuff that's just like, it's like I said, it's contrived, it's planned. I like celebrations to be emotional and real.
Rob Woody makes a good point in chat. He says, Cash, what he'll do is he'll follow the stupid, but the analytics, and then he'll leave a pitcher who's getting absolutely shelled. That's because, and I feel this, and it hasn't been come out and said, but the paper, the computer, whatever he's looking at is telling him, oh, leave him in. He'll get out of this jam because, the next two guys he's going to face, he has his, the guy's 2 for 10 off of him or some shit like that. And everyone in your bullpen, maybe, they haven't pitched as well against the guy. It's again, they take the feel, they take the natural feeling out of it and going off your gut. I mean, if you're going off of just a stupid computer and all that, that shit like that, there's nothing that's going to give you that advantage except for what? If your computer's programmed better? I mean, what's going to give you that advantage realistically to get ahead? Throw a sacrifice button down. Yeah, it's better to get blah blah blah, but throw them off their feet. The pitcher's if this pitcher's sitting there and just rolling and he's in a groove and he's just man, you got to do something to mess up his timing. Whether it's getting off to it. I feel like everyone plays not to upset anybody now. And it's frustrating.
I largely agree. Analytics is kind of ruining the game. Anyway, let's go to Final Four, Lummy.
Sorry. Yeah, because we're coming back to baseball. Because I started thinking about, so Illinois, UConn.
Illinois with a really good win over Iowa. I mean, that was a close game throughout. Iowa just definitely didn't have the horses. They had the lead at halftime, but Illinois is definitely a more talented team. Got it done, and now we have Illinois in the first Final Four since probably Bruce Weber, right? With that team that was loaded, that lost the national championship.
Yeah.
And like if you look at Illinois' schedule for the year, like look at their non-conference. They beat Texas Tech, lost close to Alabama, lost UConn handled them. So this is actually a rematch. UConn beat them 74-61 at Madison Square Garden on November 28th, early in the season. In that game, UConn kind of had a 10-point lead early on and never looked back. Illinois never got closer than 7, but solid game. But that's, again, the non-conference schedule. Then Iowa plays Tennessee. They played a tough non-conference schedule to get them ready.
I did. They played Alabama. Yeah, 4 points.
Yeah, and look at their losses. They lose to Alabama by 4, UConn beat them by double digits. lose to Nebraska by 3.
So 3 teams in the
lose to Michigan State by 3, lose to Wisconsin by 2, lose to UCLA by 1, lose to Michigan by 14, and lose to Wisconsin by 3. So they had 2 teams beat them by double digits all year.
But every team,
UConn and Michigan.
Did UCLA make the tournament?
Yeah, UCLA was good.
So every team
they won a game.
Every team they lost to made the tournament.
They play and literally like you lose to Michigan State by 3, Wisconsin by 3,
UCLA by 1.
Yeah, they lost a lot of good teams close. They only had 2. Like this is a really really good team. I know that they had a real long win streak in there. You see their schedule?
Yeah, right here from Missouri.
Beat Missouri. Missouri's another big time non-conference game. But they
fucking crushed them.
Yeah, they
91-48.
That was. I remember that was wild. But they played a really tough schedule. Go through the Big Ten with only 4 losses. Finished 5 losses. Finished tied for second in the Big Ten, and they're tournament ready. And they show it. They're physical. They play a lot of bodies. They're big. They have a lot of Europeans. So Wagler is a projected top 15 pick, but then they have Stojakovic, Page's son. Page's son's a 6'7", 200-pound junior who's been to his 3rd school already, Stanford, Cal, and now Illinois, but he's a 14-point-per-game scorer, 13.6. Really good game, and he's not a three-point sniper. You see him do a lot of his damage inside. But after that, you have Mirkovic, David Mirkovic, 6'9", 255-pound, big load on the inside. I think he is, Montenegro, which is a beautiful country. I've been there. It's really cool. But Mirkovic is averaging 13 and 8, another really good player. Boswell is a 4th year. He's about a 6'2", 220-pound thick guard. Started his career at Arizona, 12-point-per-game scorer, really good defender, which Illinois is a really good defensive team. Then you have 2 more, the brothers, the Ivisic brothers.
Ooh.
So you've got 7'1", 255, and his brother is 7'2", 245. They're giving you,
Croatia.
Let me see. They're giving you
16.8 points.
They're giving you 17 and 10 combined. Let's just call him one guy, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of size in there. A lot of size. So this Illinois team is good. I know a lot of people picked them to be in the Final Four in that midseason. They just saw this is a team that could be there, and now they're there. And they're playing this UConn team who nobody surprises there, obviously, because Hurley's won back. He won back-to-back national titles. Hell of a coach.
UConn's always. They're always going to be. They're good. The Big East is good. Going 17-3 in conference. They had what 2-1. Okay, so they lost to Arizona.
They had a great non-conference. They lost. Yeah, so they lost. Let's look at their schedule.
So they lost to St. John.
33-5.
Yeah, lost to St. John.
Arizona, St. John's apostrophe
Sorry.
S. Possessive, Lummy, possessive.
St. John's.
Where was that Arizona game? Was that in? That's probably neutral, wasn't it?
Here we go.
Where was it at? No, it was on campus at Gamble Pavilion.
Yeah. Oof.
But they lost to Arizona by 4. They lost at St. John's. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
They lost at St. John's. They killed St. John's at home, and then they lost to St. John's in the final, and then they lost to Creighton, and Marquette upset them late in the season. But this team, nobody's surprised they're there. They're, again, stats. Look at the balance. How many guys they got in double figures? They got 5. They got 5 guys in double figures. Their leading score is 14.7. So again, you can't just shut down one guy. And Terrace Reed is I was going to say he's 6'11", 265. Yeah, he looked every bit of 265. He's thick.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good game. What is this current spread on that game? 2.5 Illinois.
Illinois favored?
Yeah, Illinois is favored. 2.5.
I am surprised at that.
I am surprised by that too.
So based on that, I would have thought UConn would be favored. So obviously, I would take UConn and the points.
And over and under is 139.5.
With the Michigan, I was gonna say 157 for the Michigan. They're basically saying 80 to 80.
Yeah, that's gonna be another.
Which
really
those two
game.
teams look like fucking buzzsaws right now. Michigan and Arizona are just rolling.
Yeah,
Did either of these teams? I think Arizona was 20-0 and lost 2 straight.
Yeah, toward the end. Hold on. 239. Who's calling? Hello? 239. You keep calling. Mike? 239.
You sound somber, Lummy.
I catch his eye. It like blinks.
But anyway, Michigan all year, they were preseason very, very highly ranked. And they actually won a close game over Wake Forest. Surprisingly, because Wake wasn't that good. But they
lost to Purdue and Duke.
They lost to Wisconsin, Duke midseason, and then Purdue in the conference finals, right?
I watched.
They're non-conference. Everyone knew they were going to be good. TCU, San Diego State, Auburn, Gonzaga, Villanova. They played a tough non-conference schedule too.
The way they've rolled through the tournament, I watched Alabama and I'm like, man, Alabama might give them a little bit of a challenge.
And it was a 25-point game, right?
23.
Yeah.
23. I mean, Tennessee, they took care of Tennessee 95-62. Arizona comes in. I think Michigan,
they were losing to Bama at halftime, I think, right? And then just steamrolled them in the second half.
I don't know if they were losing. I think
they were down by 2.
Were they? I know that it was like close. I thought
on that score.
I thought for some reason that Michigan
Alabama 49-47.
Okay.
And then Michigan holds them to 28 in the second half.
Yeah, I bet Alabama that day.
Philon had 35, kept them in the game.
But they just I like the way that they play. I like the way that May has them set up.
Dude, the big guy Mara's got to be 7'2" with I don't think he has to jump to touch the rim.
Michigan reminds me of an old school team setup.
Yeah, they got they
got the big guys down low.
Yeah, when your leading scorer is the national player of the year with 15 points per game, it's like that's not even that many points, right?
No.
But that's just he plays a great team game. And they've got 8 guys over 7 points a game. And look at
that's pretty good.
Look at the minutes. They've got
30, 25, 23, 27, 21.
They've got 8 guys that average 18 minutes a game. That's a lot of guys contributing. It's a lot. That's really, really good.
Coming through, rebound. They just look like a complete team.
They do. Really complete team. And they've. And then Arizona has another team, plays a great non-conference schedule, beats Florida, beats UCLA, beats UConn, beats Auburn, beats Alabama, and they were number 1 for a while going to the Big 12 play. They lose 2 straight games at Kansas and against Texas Tech by 4 and by 3, and I was like, oh, man, the sky is falling. Then they win the rest of their games. So they literally they were 20-0, lost 2 straight, and now they've won about 9 straight.
Yeah.
So they're loaded, and Tommy Lloyd is on the short list for North Carolina, I know. And I think Carolina's going to throw a boatload of money at him.
But, if they're the number 2.
They're the number 2 spending team.
Then what's the point at that point?
I agree.
I understand if Carolina is going to, get you, but it's all you're going to be doing is not, but you're also going to.
He had the number 1 recruit. I think it was the number 1 recruiting class. Look at Arizona's. Have you seen Koa Pete?
No.
I think he's about 6'8", 255. Freshman. Koa Pete, 6'8", 235. Okay, so he's smaller than I thought, but dude, he's a load for a freshman.
Well, yeah.
Averaging 14, 5, and 3. The other freshman I think Burries is a freshman, 16, 5, and 3. Those are your top 2 scorers are freshmen. Bradley's a senior. Bradley was a Big 12 Player of the Year. 13, 4, and 4 is what he averages, and he's a senior. Started his career at Alabama, and he's just a very solid guard. Then who they have? Obaka is huge. Toby Awaka, 6'8", 255, averages 9 and 9 in barely 20 minutes a game. So that's a very productive backup big man. Karchenkov is another freshman who's really good. 10 points. He's 6'7". What's he shoot from 3? Not a great 3-point shooter. I've seen him stroke some, but he's not a great 3-point shooter.
Yeah, but see, realistically, there's no point. Him to go to the ACC. You know what I mean? Like to leave Arizona, who's let's just say they're going to be in the top 3 of spending on basketball.
There we go. Hang on. Krivas, 7'2", 260.
Jeez.
You got him and Mara down low. Krivas averages 10 and 8. Obviously, the offense doesn't run through him, but 7-2.
I mean, it's
280.
gonna help. It's gonna help against Michigan's big man.
Yeah, Mara's a good player.
2-9. See. Oh man. Hello.
Man, Lummy. But anyway, you got some big beef down low. And those are your big men, but you got a lot of guys. You got a lot of guys over 6'8" on the court at the same time.
See, that was Mike. I can tell. Mike was very upset that he I don't
That
think
wasn't working.
I don't think his phone's working because we picked up. He's tried to call. He's the guy that likes asking you for your betting techniques. You know, like
I actually the times he called in, I think my picks were pretty good actually.
You were the one that he was the one
I
that
had
called
some midday Maction or Conference USA games.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was during the week, the ESPN when I started getting into the lower level college football.
Yeah.
Which did you see that Florida is going to have another college in the Division I level?
West Florida moving up to FCS, getting a new stadium built.
Yeah, big. You know, they're going to be joining the renamed WAC.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. It was a weird conference, but it looks like it's the WAC. I mean, is this pretty much just going to be another FIU, FAU?
Well, they're only going to FCS right now.
I know, but they started Division I AA too.
Correct, but I think at West Florida will stay FCS for a while because they're building their stadium's going to be like 10,000. Oh. When FIU and FAU decided to build stadiums, they were trying to build 25 to 30 so they can move up.
Yeah, I mean that's when because Schnellenberger, his goal at the time
was to move up. Yeah, so their plan was to move all the way up. UWF's plan is just to get to FCS.
I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess, right?
Yeah, I like it. I'm happy. I like seeing teams move up and invest. All that means is they're investing more in football. So good, love it.
Yeah, coming off their 2019 national championship. Mm-hmm. So what are your? God damn, that's my little website. What
2017. That was when they knocked out my brother's school, IUP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's your feelings on so? Seeing everything, the matchups, what's your prediction on
Arizona UConn in the final?
Oh, come on.
What? UConn's the underdog.
Let's go Joe real quick. I know, but Michigan, man, I got them. Joe? Maybe the phone line.
I think it's you.
Hey, I don't know if you guys can hear or not, but
the
phone lines are broken.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I can't hear you at all.
It's Lummy's fault.
No, you picked up.
That means
no idea.
That means there's something going
on.
But
if you can't hear, I'm going to tell you that Illinois is going to win.
Win?
And Michigan's going to win. And that's going to be the championship game.
Oh, really? Is that what's going to happen?
And I believe that the coach was speaking to the referee
when he did the headbutt,
and he couldn't hear because it was so loud. So they went like face to face
with the headbutt.
So that's what I think about that situation. So
hello, Q.
That's that.
The Q worked.
I don't know if you guys heard any of that, but
Joe?
Hopefully you did.
Joe, can you hear me?
God bless.
All right, so
I figured out.
So we got Joe's a Big Ten homer for this now. He wants like Michigan and Illinois.
Thank you, Joe.
And
I feel like we were listening.
I disagree with him on the Danny Hurley thing. Like, you can't hear somebody. Getting your forehead closer doesn't help. If you don't hear somebody, you speak in their ears, right?
Oh, you mean
Dan Hurley's a nut. I think he's a great coach, and I like him. I like his coaching style.
Yeah, isn't that how he was when he played?
He's got to control himself a little more.
Do you like that? You like the passion, though, right?
I love the passion, but like that's ridiculous. Like
plus you can't be doing that at such playing at that time.
You cannot touch an official. You know that, and like again, if you can't hear somebody, you're turning your ear, not forehead to forehead. Yeah,
not leaning.
What else did Joe talk about?
The Big Ten.
Big Ten's definitely the best basketball conference, right? They've proven it this year.
Yeah, the SEC really took a shit. But yeah, I would say that the Big Ten. You think UConn will ever make the move? Out of the
they're a
Big
basketball
East?
only member to the Big East.
I know, but I'm saying, but their football is because obviously independent. I mean, you don't think? I know their football team is not the greatest.
I mean, they went 10-3 with Jim Moore last year.
Yeah, well, Jim Moore left. Jim Moore picked up his suitcase
State,
and left.
I know, but UConn's been battered and bruised football program. Even in their good years, people just shit on them. They've had some really good years.
Yeah, they beat USF when you guys were number 2.
We weren't to that.
Well, that's because that's
year.
that's because you guys blew it to Rutgers.
We were still pretty. I think we were 7 or 9.
Yeah, I was hanging out with your buddy Huners when he was nursing his knee injury.
Oh yeah,
watching you guys and hear how many times you guys were dog shit.
Oh yeah, I bet
you guys were dog shit the whole game in that 3-game losing streak to Rutgers, UConn, and Cincinnati. Yeah,
yep.
Dog shit, guys. But no, I didn't know if, is UConn, obviously football is not running UConn, so
correct. Basketball, women's basketball, then football.
So I mean,
they do have really good football facilities.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I thought their stadium was
I don't like their stadium. Well, I'm talking about their facilities. I think their stadium was poorly done.
Oh,
it's nice, but I think it's poorly done. Rentschler Field, it's called like Pratt and Whitney Stadium now. 40,000. It's really I didn't think it was a well done stadium. Huge, great press box. It's not an impressive stadium at all. For all the ones that were built around that time, I think that's my least favorite.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So no, listen.
Too far away. The sidelines are too far away from the field. It's just an unimpressive stadium. There's just so many things I would have done different.
Okay. You and Biggie, Arizona and UConn in the final. Arizona winning it all. Okay, one. Yeah. I'm sorry. I can't see Michigan losing to Arizona. Michigan just has seemed like a world beater in this tournament.
So was Arizona.
Yeah.
Basically, the only difference in these teams was that, and their whole season was just that Arizona happened to win their conference championship and Michigan lost to Purdue. Other than that, they were just dominant.
But see, Purdue, I mean, Purdue's it's pretty good.
Purdue was a very good team. Purdue was a really good team.
Purdue matched up well against Michigan.
They lacked a little bit of talent, but they had that point guard's he's a 4-year player. Purdue's a really good team. They're really well coached. They lack a little bit on the talent end, I believe.
I think whoever's coming out of that game anyhow wins it all.
I think most people agree.
Even though I did not know how many Europeans Illinois had.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. Well, how many? Because I looked at their roster, right, without clicking on all of them. Okay, I guess I can stay here. Because, by the way, I think was Jake Davis the guy that was just popping threes outside?
Oh, I don't even know.
And everyone was freaking out because he never shoots 3, but he just got hot.
He starts, but he what's he average? Yeah, I've seen him start most games, but he doesn't do shit. Yeah,
for 50% 3-point shooter. He's getting 19, 20 points a game, minutes a game.
5.4 points though. Yeah,
what a dog shit player.
No,
just
but
they
have him in the starting line. But no, they've got Stojakovic, Mirkovic, and the Ivisic brothers.
Here we go. Yeah.
They've got 4 true Europeans.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
They've got 4 eaches.
That's insane.
Yeah, right? But you can call the Twins just one.
But I mean, I think you said it's 17.
But combined, they're averaging 17 and 10.
Hey, I mean that's pretty damn good.
That's a big advantage though that they have 10 fouls to give on Ademara, and Michigan has 1 7-footer. And Illinois' got 2 they can throw at you.
You think Michigan goes after uncoordinated 7'9" from Florida?
Yeah.
Roy or whatever his name is?
It wouldn't surprise me because Dusty May has a good history with big men.
So do you take a chance on him?
Oh, yeah.
Like you as a coach?
Yeah, I would.
And just let him sit there and just keep getting coordinated?
He's only been there 2 years. He's got 3 years of eligibility remaining. You want to say by his 4th and 5th years, can he be a rim protector and a rebounder? Right? How can you not be?
Is Coach Gregory right here? Are you just making him just sit in the weight room and just work on absolute basics underneath the basket?
Yes.
And just getting stronger and coordination?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, just watching him jog, I'm like, dude, the dude's not uncoordinated. He's just on a really good team with really good big men. So that's the question. Like, what level does he transfer to? Another SEC, a Big Ten? Or do you think he transfers to a mid-major? I think as a second-year player with 3 years left, he transfers to another big team.
Yeah, I have a feeling that
just that right there, that play, like the dude's not uncoordinated.
No, I don't see him going to a mid-major. I see him going to a big school because he's going to be getting offers, and everyone's going to say we can make this guy be our guy.
Yeah, there's still potential there. Anytime you're that big and can walk and chew gum, you're getting an offer somewhere.
Remember when we had what's his name at USF who is a wrestler now? He was like 7'7". Amos.
I don't remember.
You don't remember Amos?
No.
Amos, he was 7'7". He comes back now. He's in the WWF.
I do not.
He's
know.
an African man. The guy couldn't chew a gum and walk at the same time.
I do not remember.
Oh, I remember this. He got in like one time. Let's see if they have it. I gotta show you him. They wouldn't even let him dribble. Like in practice, you would see him warming up.
Wait a second. Go back. Maurice Spates. Click on that. He was the director. Go down. Bottom left of that. No. Up. Right there.
Oh.
Maurice Spates was at USF? He was director of player development? Okay.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, here we go. Omos. Yeah. OMOS. There we go. You don't remember? You were here. This guy.
Oh, yes, I do.
Remember?
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan. Yeah.
Okay.
Man, he would play. I remember it was like the first quarter, he would go out there and he'd be like, holy shit, who the hell is this guy?
Oh, that's awesome. His name's just Omos?
Yeah.
Nice. He's in the WWE now?
He was. I think he's in the development.
7'3", 4'16". God, that's awesome. Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, I met him during COVID with Daniel Rose with another wrestler guy. He's super nice. But man, I was telling him
okay, he transferred to Morgan State at the end of his career.
That was after that's when what's his name got fired.
And then he transferred to King University 2015,
yeah,
2016.
Because who's the coach that got fired?
Stan Heath.
Yeah, Stan Heath. He was under Stan Heath, and I mean he couldn't. Finally they put him in one time at the like block a shot for the inbound pass, and he got it, and he didn't know what to do with it. He just stood there. He had to pass it off because he didn't know how to dribble.
Yeah,
because he's from Nigeria, and all they try to do is just keep him teach him coordination. But that's how he kind of is in professional wrestling too. He's not very coordinated.
Yeah, but I mean, and he started off as the personal bodyguard of AJ Styles.
Yeah, and he's a really nice guy though.
Good.
Yeah.
I always remember like he was the first one off the bus. I mean, that's what you want.
Well,
and I mean,
yeah, I mean he was a giant.
He's literally a giant.
And
he
was like,
giant.
he literally looked like Shaq.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just like muscle upon muscle, as a 20-year-old in Africa.
7'3" dude. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the NFL, by the way, jump into that. So you were telling me when you first got here, Sean Payton.
I just read that article. Sean Payton kind of echoed my thoughts that it's going to take when they first announced the whole flag football thing. When they first announced that, I think everybody, including me, said, "Hey, the NFL guys are going to end up just taking over this thing." And now it's like after watching them get embarrassed. No, these flag guys, it's going to take some NFL guys some real commitment for a few of them to say, hey, I want to go do this and try to be on this flag team. It's going to take real commitment from them. That's what Sean Payton's saying.
I mean, it's not going to be worth it to the NFL guys or anything because what's the point?
There's no pay.
Besides getting and I understand it's like getting the gold medal and representing your country, but if there's guys that are better at what they're doing.
You'd rather be on a practice squad than trying to win a gold medal in the Olympics.
Yeah, and the guys that are actually going to go out there are going to be better than what's in the world anyhow.
Correct.
So it's not like basketball, for a while before they brought the Dream Team, where, it might have been a little tough or something like that.
But I could see like in a couple years, maybe in the next Olympics in 2020, the Olympics are coming this summer, right? 2026 or 20? Is it 2026?
So the winter was just now, so it's 2 years after the winter.
Okay, 2028. Yeah. So maybe in 2028 it'll be somebody who just retires and it's like again, we always talked about Mike Evans. Like if Mike Evans retires and says, "Hey, I'm retiring from the NFL, but I do want to play in the Olympics. I'm going to stay I'm going to dedicate 6 months to this. I already have $100 million in the bank. I don't care." I could see something like that.
Or even if like a guy that maybe doesn't, like an Andrew Luck or a Calvin Johnson, you know what I mean? He just gets out of it.
I don't know if Calvin Johnson can run anymore.
No. I'm saying how Calvin Johnson kind of retired a little early.
He was so hurt, dude. He couldn't even practice his last 4 years. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he was so his knees are all messed up. Calvin Johnson he played through a lot of injuries. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like something like that.
But it is going to take a legitimate commitment.
And then, so it looks like Hard Knocks is going to feature the Seahawks, then the Patriots. What's your feeling on the Hard Knocks?
I've always liked it. I thought it was, but it does get a little redundant. But that's that time of the year where we're all searching for something. We're all like, my God, can the days please creep by so this preseason game can start? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, do you find it, or can you see where it is a distraction for the team?
It's a distraction for individuals on a team 100%.
Because they were saying,
shit, I'm cramping.
You all right?
Ooh, yeah, hamstring, right hamstring.
You need a little massage down there?
I'm good.
Well, like there was the Hard Knocks curse.
I did a lot of lunges yesterday and today.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't done.
I got my competition this Friday, so this is my last hard day.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, everyone was just disappointed he didn't come in, a tank top or a singlet, So
what?
The guy Seth. Well, you met Seth. He made a joke. He said,
which one, Seth?
Seth was the one, kind of short, wearing a hat, talked to us about college football.
Okay.
Outside the studio. He was just saying, he was like, because, Macho gets a little jealous of arm size. And he was just saying, because I was like, hey, I'm doing the sports show at 1 o'clock. And he goes, oh, make sure Grant's wearing a sleeveless shirt, to make Macho jealous.
Oh.
With his biceps. Because Macho's like, no one's allowed to have, big.
Nobody else is allowed to exercise?
Well, no one's allowed to have big arms. He's got to have the biggest arms here.
Nice. That's fine.
But I mean, Macho has got some big arms,
He's a big dude. I only met him one time.
Yeah.
I'm a performance athlete. I'm a lot stronger than I look.
Yeah, he's a bodybuilding type of.
Yeah.
Where he's doing just heavy weights.
I'm actually looking forward to when I'm done with this competition, I get to start doing the stuff I like to do again.
What competition are you doing?
It's called High Rocks. You heard of it?
No. High Rocks.
HYROX. It's the gayest name ever. When I heard it was called
High Rocks Workout. Is it in Miami 2026?
High Rocks Miami 2026, yeah. But like my wife told me what it stands for. It stands for hybrid rock star. I was like, that's the gayest thing ever.
Hybrid rock star?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So
it's at the convention center?
Yeah. It's the same everywhere. There's just a variable of like it's inside the convention center. And I'm 40 now, so I'm in the 40 to 44 division, so I compete Friday night. But so you have 1,000-meter run station, 1,000-meter run and a station times 8. So you have 8 by 1K runs and then 8 stations in between. And the stations are 1,000-meter ski, 50-meter sled push. The sled's heavy, like it's hard. You have to take breaks. 50-meter sled pull, again, it's heavy. It's hard. Then 80-meter burpee broad jump, those suck. 1,000-meter row, 200-meter kettlebell carry, 100-meter walking lunge with a 70-pound sandbag, and the final is 100 wall balls.
So is it just a new way to call CrossFit?
Well, it's a very similar. I mean, I did CrossFit for 4 years, and the barrier to entry is way lower, right? None of these are complex movements. So like the lower division, like I'm doing the pro division, but everybody can ski 1,000. Everybody can push a sled if you put a little less weight on. Everybody can pull a sled. Burpee broad jumps, some people would be really struggling with, but everybody can do these movements. Like everybody can row, everybody can carry, farmers carry, and everybody can do lunges and wall balls, right?
So, I mean, realistically, if you want to look at it in a fat point of view, that's me. in a different kind of way.
What do you mean?
It's an easier version of CrossFit.
No, it's not easier. It's a lower barrier of entry with like.
But I'm saying more people can do it because
Correct.
it's not harder thing. So
That's what I mean by lower barrier of entry.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that when I mean easier, it can get more of a quote unquote average Joe to get off the street and do it,
yes.
and they can build up a membership to make more money off of it.
Yes,
and I'm saying in a world of. If you're looking at that, if you're looking at a money making aspect, if I'm looking at
it's more inclusive than CrossFit in terms of how many people can do it.
Yeah, like if I was going to sign up and someone put it in front of me, you can do CrossFit or you can do this, and I look at the videos and I'm like, oh, I could do all that stuff.
Yeah, you could literally go out, walk the 1,000 meters. Like it might take you 9 hours, but you'll finish. If we do CrossFit and we have one muscle up, you can't do that, so you can't do it.
Well, I did CrossFit for 2.5 months.
Yeah, but you never did a muscle up.
No,
Yeah.
But I'm saying is that there was shit in the CrossFit that was like
you can't do.
I just because it's all
scale, yeah.
I mean, like going up and doing push-ups, a handstand push-up.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously at one point I can do.
There are technical movements in CrossFit that are like at the elite level. That again, the hardest stations are the sled push and the sled pull, and like anybody can do it. But it's just how fast can you do it when you've already ran and all that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, let's say the CrossFit, like, people. Luckily, at the time, because in your training or whatever at the place I was at, I was at that one on Bears.
At Nick's gym? No.
It was Nebraska and Bears. It was not Warriors. Whatever. It was at the old car dealership.
Okay.
But like. You were supposed to do the handstand push-up and 10 4 sets of 10 during when you're running or whatever your obstacle you go there for an hour and you do all these different things.
Yeah.
But I could use a wall to cheat but the end goal was no wall. It was to handstand push-up, and I'm like, I'm never going to be able to do this. Or pull-ups, pull-ups without the weighted all that kind of shit.
Assistance, yeah.
Yeah, so this it's.
But there is. I mean, I'm.
Can you win
hoping,
money?
What?
Can you win money?
I won't. I mean, but the people. I'll be in the. Everybody. I don't know. There's probably gonna be a couple hundred people in pro. They have heats that go every whatever. I've never done it, so I'm. But top. There's cash prizes for the. I'm competing. I'll be in the same division as the people who are. The winner of my division wins money, but I'm trying to get like under a minute, an hour 15. They'll be under an hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that Florida Man race thing?
No.
Because I know that's not like anything crazy.
No, it's different. That's different. But yeah, for the 40 to 44, I think if I could break an hour 10, I would have a chance to be top 5 in the 40 to 44. But we'll see. Like I said, I've never done it before. I'm looking forward to running in a convention center versus outside on the Florida pavement because I know it just beats you down.
So are you going to be coming in with a little gold medal?
No.
Top 5 gold medal?
No. Like I said, I'm hoping to be under an hour 15, which probably I'm going to guess there's probably going to be like 40 guys that do pro 40 to 44. Maybe I'm top 10. That'd be, yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to you coming in as champion. I'll make sure I play the Queen song when you walk in next week.
Only if can't play it if it doesn't happen.
And it looks like and also
I've only ran 12 times. Like it's a running race. Like, and my runs there's 8. I've got 8 by 1K. I'm trying to be literally sitting there at an 8-minute mile pace, 8 minutes to 8:30, which is. It feels like so my PR running is I ran a 5:29 last year for 1 mile. I actually set a PR at age 39. But
5:29?
Yeah.
What are you in a full sprint?
No, 5:29.
Jesus.
So that's a minute 22 per round.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty impressive, Grant.
But this is different. This is an hour and 20 minutes of pain, hour 15 hopefully. But it's a lot. I've never done that's a lot of running for me. Like I said, I've probably ran since I got back from Japan and I knew I was going to do this competition. I think I've ran 12 times in my training, maybe 14, for a combined probably 40 miles combined.
Oh.
And I talking to a couple people who are who are doing it, they run 25 miles a week. So I'm like, in the time I've ran 14 miles to train, 10 weeks they've ran 250.
Oh yeah, I walked 8 miles one time. Yeah, watch out for me. Oh, it looks like you saw obviously the Tiger Woods thing, right? Dude's got problems. It looks like
it's sad.
It looks like they found a hydrocodone pill.
Did they?
In the pants pocket the day of the crash.
Yeah, it's sad. Like, dude, when you have that, it's just amazing he hadn't hurt anybody yet.
But how jacked is he though?
He's jacked. I mean,
is he on something?
He's been taking HGH for years.
Oh, is he?
I would guarantee that.
Is that why he's losing his hair?
I mean,
or is it just genetics and losing the hair?
Probably.
I mean, is it because it's obviously his back problems,
but look how big
right?
his face is. He's huge.
Well, yeah. Didn't his head grow? His head's
I'm sure
been
it has.
growing.
Like he's if you ever watch his documentary, he is an insane work ethic, and he used to do crazy shit.
Now, did that hurt his back, or is it just always?
I mean, just the amount of twisting and stuff in golf, you're destined for it. But also, he's a workout lunatic. Like, he used to do SEAL training as well as play 54 holes a day plus hit balls for 4 hours. He's a lunatic.
And he won't let anyone drive him because he doesn't want anyone.
That's what's sad. It's like, dude, you've got a family. Your kid's doing great. But, like, dude, anybody, like, you make that first mistake, don't make that mistake again. Like, get a driver. You're still worth $1 billion.
Yeah, no kidding.
How old is that one? How old is that article?
This is from December.
He looks pretty young there.
It's December 19, 2025. This training schedule that he's on. I mean, I wonder where in here it shows that he needs to take his hydrocodone.
Yeah.
Is that between bicep curls or, yeah, I see the Navy SEAL. Text him at the gym for you. I mean, all right. That's 2016. Do you think
the way his face looks, I'm pretty confident he's pumping a lot of HGH. But whatever, like,
it's not illegal for him.
It's illegal. All right, yeah, he's getting it legally. It's illegal to do it in sports.
Yeah, but I'm saying what he's playing. He's not playing.
I didn't know his name was Taunt, middle name.
Oh, Eldrick.
I knew it was Eldrick. I thought it was Eldrick Tiger. I didn't know it was Eldrick Taunt.
Yeah, Eldrick Taunt Woods, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is sad because, I mean, look, he's one of the greatest of all time.
His legacy is being completely tarnished, and by his own demise, is by his own doing.
Yeah, because, I mean, after the second or third crash, and they're all kind of the same way, he easily could have had a driver at that point.
After the first one, dude.
Why? I was giving him
when I would party with Josh Freeman, he would have the driver come over. The Bucks had him. What was his name? God, I forget the driver's name. Came over in the limo. He would sit there. There were a lot of times we never even went out, and just said, "Hey, you can go. We're not going out." But if he thought he was going out, he's getting a driver.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's smart about it.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point too, everyone knew Freeman was a partier.
Yeah. And also, I mean, well, his brother. His brother, people mixed that up too, so people thought he was partying more than he was because his brother was out partying.
Well, his brother's the one that would, I was always seeing going out.
Exactly, but they look the same except Caleb was like 6'2", Josh is 6'6".
Yeah, well,
but people just see the
like,
face and think it's.
Well, yeah, but Caleb was because you put him because you were playing at that point, but Caleb would go to all the USF games and he would tailgate with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I met him, because the first time I met Josh was at the tailgate for the USF game when he was playing beer pong with me. You came after. I don't think you came to our tailgate.
Was that Miami? Probably Miami 09.
Probably.
Anyway.
I don't know. But yeah, no, but then, his brother, Caleb, it's like he always wanted to go to the USF and that. I mean, that's the reason why he went to UT was to recruit girls for him. That's what he said. He just did it to recruit girls. But yeah, I mean, that's a smart thing. I mean, and at that time, everyone knew, even whether it was his brother or him, knew he was a partier. So why have that target on your back?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, there were so many times. Oh, his name was Sid. The driver's name was Sid.
Oh.
Came to me, Sid.
Nice.
Sid would come with, that thing would be loaded up with bottles of water.
Oh, just bottles of water.
Well, I mean,
I know.
We would bring whatever, but Sid always had bottles of water.
No, I mean,
but I always felt a little douchey pulling up to places in a limo, but it's like, whatever.
Oh, listen, hey, it's better than than pulling up in a squad car.
100%, yeah.
Or getting pulled out of there with the squad car. But yeah, I mean, Tiger Woods has got to be smart about it. It's very disappointing to see his legacy go. I mean, pretty much he needs to get out of the spotlight.
He should honestly just have somebody living in his guest house as a full-time driver.
Yeah, just be like
you still get your privacy,
buddy.
but you just hit one button and the guy comes.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But yeah, I mean, then the other last story before we get going here, and
well, how about were you going to talk about the MLB guys that were?
Well, that's what. Yeah. Well, which one do you guys talk about?
A minor league guy signing a $100 million contract who's never played in the majors is a pretty big deal.
Oh, the Emerson?
Yeah,
95 million.
It's 8 years, right? Go down.
Holy
8
shit!
years with so he signed an 8 year, so he's getting $12 million a year basically. He's still in the minors. He's never played, but they're just banking on the fact that he's going to be a good shortstop, and in 5 years, it's going to be a bargain value for the team.
But wasn't that kind of similar to how, remember in Longoria?
The Rays were the first. The Rays were the pioneers of this.
Because he signed that one deal, and it was only in. But Longoria did play.
I want to say it was like 7 years, $40 million.
Yeah, and it was only. But I mean, Longoria at that point already played. I believe it was like a quarter of the season. I know it wasn't a lot, but he played a little bit of the majors.
But they just knew that, like, hey, if he hits free agency in 3 more years of arbitration, someone's going to sign him to $20 million a year. We'll sign him to 6 right now.
Similar to Wander Franco before the Rays knew that he had a minor problem.
Yeah,
minor problem.
I like it. I like the play on words.
You got it.
That was well done.
Right.
Yeah, it was well done.
But yeah, no, I mean that's huge for a minor.
Franco's minor problem became a major issue.
It sure did, and he's still dealing with it. Ugh.
What is the story on that?
The supposed story on Wander Franco is that he was banging a 14, 15-year-old girl in the Dominican. The mom knew about it.
So he was like 18 or 19 when he started banging a 14-year-old?
Yeah.
And then now she's like 16 and he's 21 now.
Yeah. And
it's bad football.
Well, the mom, and the mom knew about it, and then he was paying.
She was getting money, so she's fine with it, I'm sure.
Well, then she wanted an Escalade.
Oh.
And he said no. And then she pretty much came out.
She outed him?
Yeah, and leaked it. But I guess she got arrested because she was taking the money, which technically in the Dominican they were saying was like prostitution.
Yeah.
So
sad story, man.
Exactly. Yeah. He had a lot going for him.
He was really good. Like he was already a really good Major League Baseball player. What was his deal? Like 10 years, 180 or something?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it would have been nice with him and Junior Caminero.
Yeah.
Would have been nice.
Whatever happened to the shortstop, the Asian shortstop the Rays signed? They get rid of him in the offseason?
Yeah, he was kind of a bust.
He got hurt, and I think he was on a 2-year 10.
Hayu Jakusu or something like that. Yeah. He, unfortunately, we haven't done the best since Aki on signing international or Japanese players.
Yeah.
To those type of deals. We don't have
First
that
baseman was decent. What was his name?
Hisop Choi?
He was all right.
That was the Cubs. I
know. No, the Rays had a Japanese first.
Yeah,
baseman.
I know. I don't know if his name was Hisop Choi though.
No, but Hisop Choi was
the Cubs and Marlins. No, I was gonna say.
I keep on thinking Sung J M.
Yeah,
that's a golfer. But who's the Rays? Who's the Rays Asian first baseman?
I know he was a big guy too.
Rays Asian first baseman.
He was big. It's
first baseman.
I know. I'm trying to guess it before I do it.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna get it. That's where you need. Yeah, G-Man Choi. Yeah. That's where I got Hisop Choi.
Click on his.
He was Korean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a big boy.
Go down.
He was 34. Yeah, he played. Let's see, the Rays.
5 years with the Rays.
18.
Go all the way down. See what his stats were with the Rays. I feel like he was like a 250 hitter with 330 on base.
He wasn't that bad. Did they? Really? His Wikipedia? They didn't even put his stats on.
No, go down. External links right there. Career stats from MLB.com, ESPN.com.
Right here.
Or Baseball Reference. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's good Baseball Reference.
What were his 67 homers, 234 batting percentage, 234. He's a 340 on base guy. That's good.
Yeah, but when he was with the Rays,
it's a lot of walks.
Let's see, when he was with the Rays, right here, 269, 261.
It's all about on base. Didn't you watch Moneyball? His on base is good.
Yeah, I know. 360. Yeah,
on base is good.
I know. He'd get on. He was supposed to bring a little bit of
19
power.
homers, 11 homers. Yeah, had a good year.
Yeah, not horrible coming off of Carlos Pena.
Yeah, I mean that's enough to stay in the Rays lineup for the most part,
especially during those times.
Yeah.
No, but the last thing I was going to ask you about is what you think about the new ABS stuff that's going on with the umpires.
I mean, how far are we until there's just no more umpire?
Again, there's baseball.
It shows you how good the umpires are that they're like, even CB Buckner, who's horrible, right?
Yep.
Like, oh, he gets embarrassed. It was like 3 pitches that were like literally 0.4 inches out, right?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
He's made some horrible calls, but in the past. But like, dude, I'm not mad at an umpire for calling a pitch a ball or for calling a pitch a strike that's an inch outside or an inch low.
The Yankees have the best
They went 5 for 5 the other day, right?
Yeah, now they're 10 for 11 on the season. The next closest
And what
team.
is the rules? You keep getting them if you don't lose?
I think so. I don't know. I feel like it's totally
that ABS challenge system.
Yeah, I feel like it's changed from when they
challenge system.
They started it.
Here are the features, implementation.
Let's see here how it works. Players can request a challenge for tapping their helmet. Yeah, Hawkeye. Each team starts with 2 challenges per game. If a game goes to extra inning, teams can receive an additional challenge in the 10th inning if they're out. Okay, well, how do you get 5 for 5 then?
That's what I wonder.
Because that didn't explain it at all, which is what this is what causes it to be confusing.
Correct. Yeah, it's like, what if a guy makes a horrible call in the 7th inning and you're out of challenges because you've won 2 of them already?
Yeah, exactly. How many challenges per day? Sure, per game. If they awarded 1 more challenge for each inning. Okay, here we go. If a team is out of the challenges in the this is where it's fucking confusing.
They're now that they're using this, we are within 2 years away from no more home plate umpire, and it's gonna happen like that, right? Like every pitch, like right after the catch, you don't even have to frame it anymore. You just catch it and you throw it back, and they'll tell you, strike 3, you're out. Oh shit, really? No arguing.
Okay, here's what it is. You get 2 challenges. If you keep your challenge if the umpire's ruling is overturned.
Okay, so yeah, you keep your challenge. Good. All right, that makes sense.
So
I got to run, Lummy.
Oh shit, it's all right. Yeah. Hit that.
So I like at least you get to keep it. But
yeah, exactly. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Grant. Next week.
Final 4, I got Arizona over Michigan. Right. Arizona over Michigan, Arizona over UConn.
Well, I have Michigan over for let's say with the final. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go the complete opposite of you.
You're going with Joe with the Big Ten?
Michigan over Illinois. Are you 1 o'clock next week? 1:30. All right, yeah, we're back to 1 o'clock. Thank you, everyone. We're back here live tomorrow. Gene's in 6 a.m. right here on your YouTube, Rumble. Check it out, Bubba Army HQ. See you, Grant. Bubba 411. We'll see you in the morning. Check out Bubba Army store, Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army shop, store, merch.com. See ya.